of us all. There's a picture of us all together enjoying Christmas. It's me. I'd had ward leave. I still had a cannula in my hand, and Jill had her arm in a sling. So I said, we've changed places this year.
Yeah.
Lucky to get
So,
a bed.
yeah, that's put a bit of a downer on it all, but
Yeah. How about you, Dave? You all right?
Yeah, I went to, I said in my note, I went to Bridgewater on Friday with
yes.
and Philippa sent me a text, said, what time am I picking you up? I thought, oh no. And true to form, at one point we were heading towards Blandford, and I thought, what's this in? This ain't right. Dear, oh dear. Yeah, well, you're supposed to turn left at Horton Inn as you come out of Wimborne, you go down that way, and turn left there, and then it's a long straight right to Shaftesbury, Gillingham, Bruton, then Bridgewater. But we were talking as we missed that turn in, and that was it then. It was like was it Cranbourne Chase or whatever it is?
Yeah.
Some of the back roads along there are just like, wow, it's like being in North Wales or something, you know.
I'm going to try towing a caravan down there. I've done that before.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but there's so many sort of dips and downs, and where it had been raining, I was looking down, I think, crikey, you know what's going to happen here? The car's going to get flooded, and we're going to get nowhere. But touch wood, we did it.
Got there.
Bless her. Stopped at a farmer's field for a pee. We've got 3 kids in the back, in it, and it's every 5 minutes. It's, are we nearly there? You know? What? Oh dear! But we managed to get the famous Bridgewater man chips. I'll have to show you one day. I'll photograph one. They're very strange this year. Normally they're like a sausage roll, but wider and stumpier and bigger. They're sort of they're supposed to imitate a chip, but a man chip. So so the idea is they're sort of that size of a folded tissue.
What are you doing?
Only men are supposed to be able to eat them, you see. It's the old thing, isn't it? But everybody calls them man chips anyway. But this year they were flat. I don't know whether they put them under a load of stuff or whatever, but they were sort of really like the size of a plate. But they cooked out fine. 10 minutes in the air fryer, I think they'll put them.
How's James?
I'm salivating just thinking about it. It's plum jam they use in the middle.
How's James, Dave?
Really nice. And you always have them heated up. Morning, Carol.
Morning. Morning. It's one of those mornings. I thought I should be rushing in and out. Oh God, I'm all behind.
Okay. Do you reckon on an early lunch today or what?
Well, I don't know. It might get a bit noisy later because my daughter, they've got family coming. So another 2 children, so they'll be rushing around making a noise.
That's right. Let them come and look at this telly.
I'll just go.
Any posts today, Chris?
Dave, I asked you 3 times, how's James?
When did you ask me that?
Just a minute ago, but you were talking, you kept talking.
He's all right. He's back to his normal.
Oh, good.
Delectable self. Well, I can see of it.
Oh,
he's
that's
not being cautious what he drinks.
Yeah.
So he's not getting. I think.
Oh, that's good. That's good news.
Yeah. Well, good and bad. The peace and quiet goes.
Oh.
So he paid £1,000. He'd be laughing if he's watching this. £1,000 for a subwoofer bass speaker thing that's about the size of a chest of drawers in his room. How the heck I ever lift? Oh, I didn't lift it up. I had to. The guys. It's the first time I've ever seen DPD turn up with 2 blokes.
Oh, right.
Carrying this thing. I've never seen that before.
No.
but I had the foresight to put my trolley in, and I've got them to put it straight on the trolley, like, you know, and wheeled it in. And there it stood all the period that he was poorly in a huge box.
Oh, God.
Oh dear, I'm really looking forward to this one. But I've recorded it when when it hits certain points, because what he's trying to achieve is, rather than go to the cinema, he can watch, you know, have that effect in his room.
Yeah.
But if there's certain pitches when the bass note, obviously you don't have it. If it's full up, it'd probably take the roof off. But when it's going, I sat here and I've recorded it. The radiator's just by the window there, and the radiator is vibrating. And I thought no one's going to believe this, or he won't. So I was recording it, and I was thinking, well, if it's doing it to my radiator this distance away, it must be doing it to next doors. It must be going through the wall. I mean, it's just, well, it appears, obviously there's certain parts in a movie where it makes a particular noise, and blimey.
Oh, so you're popular with the neighbours then?
Well, yeah. Well, I actually invested in a pair of ear defenders.
Oh, gosh.
I think you should have bought them some for Christmas.
They don't work anyway. Because it's bass sound, isn't it? It's bass. It goes for everything. So I think my next purchase is going to be some soundproof curtains. Should be able to put them outside his room or inside. I don't know. On his head. Bless him.
Oh.
Hey, we did some good work.
I did
Carol
it.
Wellman, she can't
Yeah.
paint or draw.
That's
Yeah.
lovely. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm worried about the rest of it, but that tree looks stunning.
Yeah.
Thank
Well
you.
done.
Yeah, very good.
I did send for those little paint brushes, but I'd done most of it before they came.
That was really
No, it is.
it's got a lot of
Yeah.
character, that tree.
Mm.
Looks like it's alive.
Yeah, it does a bit, doesn't it? It looks like it's going to start waving. I was umming and ahhing. I thought, oh, shall I put something else in there? I thought, oh, no, I haven't got time to fiddle around. I'll just leave it plain, you know, without...
It's a busy subject, that. I
Yeah.
haven't heard from Georgina and Eileen.
No,
Whether I,
well, it's a busy time this week, isn't it?
yeah, it's busy time. But it was I think I did say to them, if you find it a bit intimidating, you know, just starting off, they could just to let me know, and you could just do a one-to-one, like, let's do the sky for an hour, and let's do some trees, you know, build it up, build some confidence up. Quite do that.
Yeah. No, I'm sure they'll come back. It's just they've been this busy, isn't it, this week?
Yeah.
Apart from us diehards. Oh, that's lovely.
Wow.
That's one.
That's great. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh.
It looks better in real life. A bit like me.
How did you get...
It's wonderful.
Yeah, looks good. My snow looks all grubby. I did go over it with a bit of blue.
That trick that I pointed out the other week, using the flesh colored watercolor pencil. I used that on there, I remember. It warms it up as well in certain places. You could put it around on the ground there, in there, on the even on the posts. There's some there. It gives just along there, little flesh bits, and on the tree.
I forgot all about that.
No, I reckon I've discovered a little hidden secret there.
Looks lovely.
Sorry, Joyce, she chucked one at me.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice.
It looks even worse on the screen.
Oh, I love it.
Well, it looks better than Joyce. Mine's just a blank canvas. I didn't get
Oh.
around to do it.
Yeah, and mine.
Oh,
Well, there's no
I ran out.
less haste. There's no problem. I reckon, Joyce, you should go into. You should find someone, a book illustrator.
Do you
Someone that wants a
reckon?
book,
Mm.
even if it's just the jackets. No one.
Well,
I mean,
well,
they're-
thank you.
right.
if someone, well, it's
I'll
one
tell
of
you
these
what.
things.
Sorry, when I was at school, my art teacher, A-level art teacher, she was very disparaging about my style of painting, and she used to say everything you do is stylized. And I'm thinking, well, actually, I'm quite happy with stylized, and these days I'm even more happy with it.
Yeah.
But
No,
she
it's
was,
really- I don't know what she means.
she wasn't very happy with it.
Oh, God.
I just know there's little thing. I noticed that the fields form a cross right in the middle of the
Yeah.
tree. I've just noticed that.
Was that done on purpose?
No,
No. Oh.
no, no. I was trying to tell a story though, like Dave said about telling stories, and
Yeah.
I was trying
Yeah,
to tell a
that's
little story.
like last week, wasn't it? I got to the end of the picture and I thought, oh, hang on. Just put a figure in, then get that dog in. Could have a rabbit in there as well, couldn't we?
I was thinking of putting a horse in the field, and I thought, no, I'll leave
Brilliant.
it well alone. I'll leave it well
Yeah.
alone.
Don't want to mess it up.
Well, it's just simple, plain.
But that would have been a brilliant story, wouldn't it? Such a nice
I'm going to have some fun.
thing.
Kathy bought me 3, 6, 9 canvases, but black ones, all different sizes.
Oh,
Oh, that'd be nice.
wow.
Gosh.
But you know me too well.
Ah, hello.
Mm.
Can anybody hear me?
Oh,
Hello.
Hello.
is that the fan?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hi.
We
Dave.
can hear you. We'd much rather see you though, Anne. Come on.
Well, I don't. Oh, come on! You're lucky I've managed to get it on my phone.
Well,
Oh.
I said to Dave you could get onto your phone.
Yeah.
How's the old man this morning? Is he any better or any worse?
He's in the caravan.
We
Yeah.
can
Oh,
see
hang
you
on.
now.
He rang me yesterday.
Sorry, you can see me.
No, we can.
Oh, good. That's all
But your video is on, so be careful.
It
Hmm.
said Bloom would like to access the camera, so I say don't allow.
It's up to you. You say allow.
No,
We'd like to see you. We're
I'll point
just
it at the
talking.
Christmas.
Oh.
Oh,
That's
yeah, that's good, yeah,
Oh, right.
yeah.
Oh, dear. I'm
Really
Oh,
Oh, don't take
Hiya.
yes.
we've all got.
Oh,
None of
I
us have
don't
got
like
our
that.
makeup on.
I haven't got anything on. I'm busy pacing around after the invalid.
Well,
yeah.
the
Is he not
easiest thing is
well?
put your phone down on the desk, and then it's. Or
What's wrong
don't
with
stay.
him?
You don't want to stand up there with in your hand for an age.
Oh, where's she gone now?
He's got
Oh, yeah.
COVID, Carol.
Oh, he's
Oh,
got
no.
COVID.
Yeah.
Oh,
I do.
He's
Oh,
got
it's got-
dreaded lurgy.
Oh, I hope you don't get it, Anne.
No, that's what we're trying. He's living in a caravan at the moment.
Oh no.
Sorry, I look so rubbish. I haven't slept last night.
you look fine.
Mm.
But anyway, lovely to see you all.
Yeah.
You
and
too.
you.
I won't be able to stay for the whole meeting because I've got to go and cook some food.
Oh,
Right.
I said to him,
I've
he rang
lost-
me yesterday.
I've lost
He
my
rang
helper.
me yesterday from the caravan and,
Oh,
and
right.
explained what was going on.
Yeah.
He said, "We saw him out in the caravan." I said, "Where?" I said, "You didn't say you were going away for Christmas." Away, he said, "I'm in the garden."
oh.
COVID.
Mm.
Yeah.
How long's he been out there for? All over Christmas?
Only last night.
Oh, right.
No, we had all the family here on Christmas Day, so we've just given it to everybody probably.
Well, they've
But
given it
fingers-
to you. They might
Well,
give
who
it-
knows? No,
Yeah.
they haven't got it. They're fine. I think he went out shopping a couple of times on his own, so I'm hoping he got it there and he's not given it to me.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's in the lap of the gods, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to chase around. As you know, I don't usually do anything.
No.
I leave it all up to him.
Mm.
I've just made his porridge for him.
All right. Oh, well, that'll keep him going.
Then Dave sent me this text, so I thought I'll give it a go, and there it is.
Well
Yeah,
done.
well
Amazing.
done.
That's
Good.
great.
Yeah, it took 2 goes. It refused it
Mm.
first of all, but I think I had the code words wrong.
All
Mm.
right.
Well, that
always,
was, I thought.
I always use my
picture-
phone until I get the tablet, yeah, in the summer.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
know you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then you carry on, and I'll just sit and watch, and I'll
Wasn't
just
till,
hear
till
occasionally.
after I spoke to
Okay.
Chris, and she said, Gordon's, I know Gordon's gone out, you know, staying in the caravan. And I said, God, that's funny, because I told Anne to lock him in the pantry.
Yeah, I said it was a pantry on wheels.
Yeah.
But this,
Oh,
anyway, I'm going for an early lunch. Here's the
Okay. Yeah.
subject for today. I saw this picture on the Paint My Picture site, and I thought, oh, that's sweet.
Very
Yeah.
cute.
But on its own, it's doo-doo-doo. And then there was another one. Was Mudeford? I typed in Mudeford, and this came up.
Ah,
Oh,
oh.
that's
Mhm.
handy. What if I was to stick the kids in the picture of Mudeford? So that's where it came from. So they're both from Paint My Picture, and then I just obviously composed it. And amazing what you can
The
do.
only thing I will say, Dave, is
Uh-huh.
that they're looking very wintry under an umbrella,
Yeah.
and it's a,
the sun shining.
a sunny day, so we have to tweak that a bit. Put them in shorts and t-shirts.
Or put them in a snowstorm.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, one or the other. Yeah,
Hmm.
I have. Well, we'll see.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah, it's fun.
Mm,
We'll have a laugh with it and see what happens.
definitely.
Just go for it, eh? Oops, stop me video. Start me video. Change the. This is the critical bit, and if I get this wrong, then the volume on the thing goes up the creek. So. Spotlight for everyone. Woo! Here we go. Here we go. I'll take. Turn. Clip me. I've got one of these clip-on microphones here.
Mm.
I think they're called laviers or something. Lavier, French, isn't it? Foreign
I don't know.
French. There you go. Should be all right. So microphoned. Da 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 da. Yeah, the sketch was horrible. Took me ages.
Oh,
No,
God. What chance have we got then?
We've
Well,
got a
you've got-
week. All right.
Yeah.
Mm.
where did we? No, I went. Oh, I did it Christmas Day.
Oh.
On my normal thing on a bit of tracing paper, well, detail paper, and then I can move it around if I want. I've got it for forever now, am I? What do you reckon then? I don't know where to start. Well, I'm going to start at the top and work my way down, but I don't want it to be. Actually, I'm not. Oh, I'm going for an early lunch. Oh, sorry, I'm dancing there. I'm going for an early. I got all excited there. Early lunch. Hang on. Clean up. I need. My palette is always the same. This corner here is for the lighter fleshy tones. Must have got carried away last week with shadows and wintry stuff. Find a bit of dirty tissue. Charlie Evans does clean his palette once a year, Joyce, by the way.
Oh, does he?
Gosh.
Yeah, somebody
it
put
doesn't look like it.
somebody put a video up on YouTube, and I got a notification of it last night, and it was Charlie doing a demo at an art group, and I thought it said it had only been put up one day ago, and I thought, well, hang on a minute. I haven't seen Charlie in the flesh as you have, but he's definitely older than that, and his hair's, you know, quite
Dog.
different.
Hello.
So it must be an old video that somebody put up there.
Yeah.
And he's doing exactly the same stuff as he, you know, exactly the same thing. But he sort of said, you know, he gets his palette out. So most people clean their palettes regular. I don't. Well, actually, I do. I do it once a year.
I think he's lying. I think he doesn't do it once a year.
He might, yeah, he might have back then, but I don't think he bothers now.
No, it's incredible.
Well, we all got to have a gimmick.
Yeah.
It's all right. The dog wants his treat because he's just eaten his breakfast.
Oh, dear.
He thinks he has to have a treat to say, well done. I'll put you down a minute.
Yeah, they're little.
Yeah, you can look at the ceiling a minute.
My dog does it when I bring him back home.
Been a good boy, haven't you? Yeah, dog's a bit unsettled because he had to sleep in the caravan.
I'm just painting some fleshy bits before I go off at a tangent, and doesn't matter. Normally you start at the top and work your way down, but I just thought I'd put them in now. They might dry back a bit to put a few bits of shadow on them. It's always and I haven't got the hairdryer up yet. I wasn't planning on it. It's a bit funny, isn't it? When you're painting or you work, you have a set of, I think, actually Charlie Evans mentioned it. You have a certain, if you introduce things to your setup, like a hairdryer, like a certain brush or brushes or certain gizmo to your paint, you almost feel like you can't paint without them being there, even though you're not using it. So hence the reason he always advocates, I only use 4 brushes, 5 colors and the same paper every time. You know, it's just a minimal. I don't use a hairdryer. I don't do that. It's easy if you're at home painting on your own sort of thing, because you just walk away, have a cup of tea and come back later. Let's see what happens. So I've painted arms and legs and faces here. Just looking at the when I sketched it out, I thought, oh, I'll be all right. I'll fix it when I paint. So here I think I'm I think I might be fooling myself into thinking that I can paint the figures lovely freehand without even by so much you'll leave. Sky color, I thought, I don't know why, I woke up this morning and I thought of horizon blue. Cerulean I do the same thing, but just squirting it onto make the sky wet. Let's go for a really simple sky. Nothing flash. Make it wet. Don't be shy. I think, yeah, it is. This paper, I've preempted my New Year thing. Is the Langton not finished? Just as I did that with the water on the, I nearly said the ceiling, on the sky area, I could feel the difference straight away with the I'm just painting a ceiling anyway here. Just going for it. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Left and right. I haven't used this paper for years and years. Used to use it a lot. Because it came in pads, didn't it? Langton still does.
Yeah.
And they were sort of the pads that you bought. I got this from Ken Bromley. Otherwise known as Art Discount. So I don't just fancied a really nice simple blue sky. Could always add a little bit of cobalt into the mix. I was thinking summer. Here comes summer. Oh no. It's not easy. It's not an easy thing to do on a cold winter's day when you're looking out the window or it's surrounding you to paint a summer, a summery feel. Matter of fact, it's looking hard because you get affected by what's around you. It's a bit of cobalt blue, or the blue that's in here. I don't know. I think it's cobalt. Coming from the diagonal. Hopefully it will dry nice. Flat brush, loads of water. Just let the water do the work. If you want to lift out any clouds, wash your brush out. Do a Charlie. Squeeze it out. Get a tissue and just lift them out. Would there be clouds there? I don't know. Because the paper's still soaking wet, so just do a Charlie Evans.
Dave, he makes an awful mess on the floor though when he does that. He doesn't have a tissue.
No, I know. I've taken it on a bit. He just and he uses a bib, doesn't he?
Yeah, but when we were at the Marsham Court at the hotel, they had covered the floor in plastic, the whole floor. So they were obviously very cautious about having any of us in the room with paint and water.
That sounds fun.
It was a great day. It was wonderful.
I don't think he's not coming back next year.
No, he's not. No, I did have a look.
It's an all-girl one next year, I think. No, it's not. There is a guy there.
I can't remember. But I see that Marilyn's on a like round the world cruise doing art.
She's in Australia at the moment. Yeah. I got that. I saw that on her Facebook.
That's a nice gig if you can get it.
I wouldn't do it because I'm against cruises.
Okay.
They use more for the environment than a whole household would in about a lifetime in one trip.
Oh, gosh.
It's such a waste. But that's the way of it. But they are trying to work out ways of making them more. Well, shipping in general is just so polluting. Those tankers that we all rely on. Never mind. Think positive. If you can. There you go. It's not as. See what I mean? It's not easy painting summer this time of year.
Yeah.
And the beach huts are also a blue as well. So I might as well utilize it. I didn't want them to be what's the word? Dominant. I just wanted them to be really loose and almost in just blurred almost. That was my thinking about them. That one's, I noticed one's a lighter blue. Oh, blimey. Got a bit of cobalt blue. I'm using my, well, I don't know what. Charlie uses a palette. I don't even bother. Just use the side of the paper. Oh, wrong bit. Concentrate. Yes, Dave, I will. This one's a bit darker. Stop where you are. I just put my Christmas folder with all the Christmas songs away. I think, well, it seems sad, really. Won't need them now. Can't sing Christmas songs now. I put a bit of blue on the roof. So what I'll do, spread it and then add some burnt sienna. See if we get a nice bit more blue. Grey, roofy, tiley type bit burnt sienna there. Drop it in. See if we can get a nice loose, nice loose colour there.
Okay.
Or old Gordon.
Yeah, I was just trying to text to his daughter to say he's all right, really. It's difficult with you on the screen. Working, I think. By doing it sideways.
I'm impressed. I couldn't even get anywhere near. I can't do that. If someone rings up while I'm on another call or whatever, that's it. You forget that one.
Yeah, I just remembered he asked me to phone her because he can't. I don't know why he didn't get a proper contract. He can't use it unless it's in on the Wi-Fi.
Just put a little bit of shadow on there. Still got loads of shadowy tones from last week. They're doing it to me now.
Yeah, they've gone, have they?
I just heard, oh, okay. Just stuck my sleeve in the picture.
Oh, right.
I don't want to focus too much on this because we can come back to it at any stage. And as I say, I don't want to put much emphasis on it. Well, that's my gut feeling was earlier. Should have stuck with the horizon blue. I don't know why. Feels more beach-hutty colour than cobalt. Let's find a bit more shadow for the roof. Burnt sienna and cobalt blue, wasn't it? From last week. Drop it in. Stop it. My I think I'll roll my sleeve up. I've got paint on it. If I rest on this, we know where the paint's going. Right under someone's eye line. Okay. And while I've got a bit of shadow on there, a bit here and there. It's just a matter of building it all up, isn't it? I've just stuck my hand in the paint on this. Oh, it's going to be one of those mornings. Here we go. Should be a bandit doing these.
I'm back.
Who's birth? How much?
Yeah. I think it's sent.
Brilliant. Does she live in Weston-super-Mare? Or?
Yeah. She's up on the park, they call it. It used to be the old football ground where they built flats.
Uh-huh. Goodness
Right up in the
knows.
middle.
It's a long time since I've been there.
It's a long time since they built them, really, I suppose. Probably about 20 odd years.
Yeah.
It was the old original rec or sports ground or whatever. Up near the Tesco's. The old Tesco's, the old original. And the cinema up there.
Brilliant. Right then. Here we go. A nice dollop of yellow, I think. It's golden yellow. Whatever yellow you've got in your armory. I don't know if I'm going to get away with it with this brush, but we'll have a go. I'm going to move that over to the left for a minute and sit down, see if I can get a, what's the word? A clear arm. So I've got the brolly's in sections, Carol. Yeah?
Not there.
Oh, bless her. She's said she's got friends coming. So what I'm going to do is make a line of strong colour at the top. And take the colour off the brush, just clean water, and let it fizzle itself down. This might be a mistake. Just trying to think where, I don't know. You know where because this is the inside of the brolly, and getting the tone right, where the shadow of the colour comes through, you know, where the brolly, would it be darker at the top and gradually graduate itself down a bit? Can't make up my mind.
If you make it too bright a yellow, you'll have to have yellow children.
Yeah. But bear in mind, it is watercolor. So
Yeah.
in
It
theory,
fades down.
50%,
Yeah.
they usually say it fades 50%.
Mm.
Apart from the fact I've just made a bit of a faux pas. Because that bit there is red.
Oh.
Or it's going to be red. This piece in here, so because this piece is yellow, it's do a bit, miss a bit, do a bit, miss a bit. That's the way these things go, isn't it? So that'll be yellow. That won't. Or will it? I'm trying to look. No, that'll be red. That's fine. That'll be yellow. And then I'm going to come yellow here. Try and paint around his head. It's a watercolor. It's not a photograph. So stop looking at the photo. So
Yeah.
I'm telling myself off.
Right, I've got to go again, I'm afraid. I'll catch you later.
Okay.
Well,
Bye.
Got to go and cook
Bye.
the Christmas gammon that's running out of date.
Oh, right.
Okay.
I'll see you in a mo.
Okay.
Yeah, okay then, bye.
I'll leave it running.
Is that just lemon you're putting on there? So I'll just come back.
yeah, it's just yellow.
Yellow.
Oh, I haven't. It's a yellow. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
because it's just a brolly. It's the same. Once you sketch it, and I mentioned to you a minute ago. I said it's just concentrate on the on the brolly being sections
Hmm.
of colour. You know, that got a yellow section, and then you can have whatever colour. You can do it blue and whatever colour takes your fancy, really, but not the horrible grey tone or whatever it is that's there at the moment. But it's paint one, miss one, paint one, miss one, paint one, miss
Yeah.
one in each colour. Apart from the fact I screwed it up by painting over the bit that I didn't.
You didn't want to.
No, I wasn't supposed to. No, I'm gonna go. I've started with this brush, so I'm carrying on with it. I was hoping to get a sort of a graduated tone, i.e. paint a line of colour at the top and then clean water to soften it down, but it didn't quite come out that way. So I'm hoping that it'll fade back nicely. Well, it will fade 50%, won't it? See, that's stronger colour there. So it's a watercolor. Keep telling yourself it's a watercolor. Let's get a bit. It's very strong, this yellow there. Lift a bit off there. Brilliant. Lovely jubbly. Well, I've got the yellow in here, so what we can. I
Oh,
need
you've
to
done
make
the
a.
beach huts. What did you put on there? Just shadowy colour.
This colour here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a bit of the sky
The
blue.
sky and then a bit of shadow in it.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
ooh, look at you. Great. That's exactly what. Well, that's the only reason I wasn't taking the mickle. It was just that's exactly the words that I used.
Oh, so right. I
Little
wasn't
bit,
listening.
but I don't want them to be. I'm trying not to get them to be. This is going to spoil this. Definitely is. I'm going to let those dry off a bit. The yellow. Early lunch, my foot. I think it was Anne said, "Oh, save the most difficult picture of the year to last." I thought, oh no. Well, if you break it down, it's not so bad. I think I've misdrawn this. Yeah, I have. That's okay. That's okay. I did say just now, didn't I, that I'm gonna have to correct my drawing as I go. I'm just looking at this little blue thing at the moment. She's all right. It's the boy that's the there it is. There. And that can go up there. That can go there. Right. All right, I think I've rescued it. Luckily I used I've got flesh tone already in the doodah. I must have got a bit carried away with drawing this, or literally. It's the trouble this year. You think you've got so many distractions. Right, we're off to Grandad's. Right, we're so it's like, I didn't want to go to Granddad's. I've got to finish this. There's a bit of flesh left on this brush. I don't know, there's all kinds of colours. Work that one out. Let's put some raw sienna on it. I've got my bit of carton now. If I don't do that, I'll end up painting the paper. Come on, nice loose painting today. I don't want nothing flash, nothing. Come on, don't be shy. Get in there. Thank you. This brush holds, look, all the colours that are coming out of it. It's amazing. Fit with the cobalt blue, I think. That's a hint of green in it. Viridian, wasn't it? And drop that into that and see what happens. Let the water do some of the work. I'm experimenting with this paper, to be quite frank with you. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen. Perhaps use a brush on its side. Yeah. And what I've got that is a I don't know why. It's what I was saying earlier. You tend to naturally go towards things that you use on a regular basis. More green. Come on. Just get a wiggle on. Little tint of blue. Take the edge off. Can hear a dog barking. I think there's no post, is there? It can't be Chris's.
I
I don't know. I don't know when the postman are back.
I'll just go and see what he's barking at.
Oh, well, I thought it was, I wasn't sure if it was your dog or Frodo downstairs.
Yeah.
They don't bark for no reason as a rule. Something's grabbed his attention. A bit of burnt umber, I think. Yeah, a bit of burnt umber in amongst that greeny colour. And just flick it in. See if we can get some fronds of foliage to appear. Oh, here comes summer. Maybe. Seems a lot. It seems ages away, doesn't it, at the moment?
It certainly does.
With all this, I went out this morning, walked the dog, and I thought it felt a bit cold. I had me pom-pom hat on.
Was it slippery? Because
No,
I
didn't.
looked out earlier and the roads looked as if they'd frozen, so I left it
No,
a bit late.
the
Yeah,
car
I
was,
think
so it's like, oh, I'll just lie here for another hour. No, it was, the car wasn't frozen or anything.
it was a bit last night because I came back from a friend
Ah,
at 8 o'clock and it was slightly frozen windscreen, but must have warmed up overnight.
well, I had my, I set my telescope up, taking pictures from, I think I'll carry on here while I'm doing it. Taking pictures last night, and I I think it got a bit, it started making funny noises about 11. So I thought, oh, that's that then. And went out and took it all down. And it was okay then. The table looked a bit damp, but it wasn't that cold.
It was a beautiful day yesterday, wasn't it? During the day.
Well, once you get clear skies, you're going to get. I've got some June colour here, so I'm just going to use that as some sand. I'll add a bit of raw sienna to this as well. So I'm trying to get a summery feel to it. So look, so that was June. That's Laurel and Hardy, wasn't it? In the Dewdale Mountains of Virginia. By the light of the silver river, June. With the name of the girl they were in love. It's a bit of raw sienna. All I'm doing is dropping it in because this is all wet, the dune stuff. So just a bit of raw sienna, I think. And some shadow. We're going for an early lunch, yeah. Just drab it in. And while it's still damp, that bit looks a bit strong there. Still got some of that shadowy colour. What's our alizarin crimson and a sneak of just a smidgen of cobalt blue gives us that sort of, hopefully some sort of shadow, and drop that in to some of those bits as well, because you always get them. Going to go right across here, but it's great fun, sort of getting the water to do some work. A few more shadows up here, and it's always going to be a shadow by the Tootsies. Ooh, finger digital painting. Spread that over. Yeah. I've got so much water. Well, not as that horrendous amount of water, but there is water still there. So just dropping it in. Clean brush, do you reckon? Just to take up any stress, any stragglers. It's a stressy bit there. Let's pop that down a sec. You always get it, don't you? There's always a bit that annoys you. Well, that's it there. It was the red off of that brush. Just lift it off a bit here and there. Sometimes the sand is white in the summer, isn't it? You look at it and you think, cool.
We did our usual thing yesterday, Boxing Day, and we're down at Friends Beach Huts giving out mulled wine and biscuits.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they've done it every year. We used to be, well, their beach hut used to be at Jolly Dean, but the council sort of repossessed that when they built this new community hub thing or whatever it is down there.
Yeah.
So they bought one of the super huts at Alumtrine, which is absolutely beautiful.
Right.
It's right by, you know, what's the name of that? Vesuvio's, the restaurant on the beach.
Yeah, I know.
It sort of overlook. It's one of the high up ones that look down on that.
Oh, right. Lovely.
So they were in the beach hut. Bob was up there with his big pans making mulled wine. I think he bought 50 bottles of mulled wine.
Wow.
Then added sort of different orange juice and spices and made it and heated it all up in the beach hut. And then Becky and I, with our Christmas palaver, we had tables set up down on the prom,
Right.
and we were just handing it out to people as they came
Wow.
round. Big boxes of celebrations on the table for the kids,
Oh,
and
that's
we
nice.
handed out nearly 600 glasses.
Righty. Why didn't you tell us that before Christmas? We all could have come down and got a free drink.
Well, God willing, next year,
Yeah.
come on down.
Uh,
Yeah, no, it's lovely. People keep coming up to us, and they sort of saying, "Oh, what are you doing it for?" And just because, it's
Right,
just another
so
thing to do.
wasn't for any charity or anything.
No. They just do it out of the goodness of their hearts.
All right. Wow.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Had we been collecting for charity, which we wouldn't have been allowed to, even if we wanted to, we would have made a lot of money.
Yeah.
You've got to get a special license, and it's alcohol, and you just can't do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
it never occurred to them to do it anyway.
Yeah.
It's not in their way of thinking. But it's lovely, and it was so busy, busiest ever in the 6 years that I've been helping. It's the busiest one I've been to.
Really.
People that were down there, of course, the
Yeah.
weather was perfect, wasn't it? And they were all saying, "Oh, well, what are you doing it for? What are you doing it for?" There's only one lady that was a bit uptight. I sort of went up with a tray of this mulled wine, and I said, "Would you like a glass of mulled wine?" They're all in little plastic recyclable, pots, and she said, "No, thank you," and just sort of stuck her nose in the air. And the person next to her, I said, "Would you like a glass of complimentary mulled wine?" Of course, that word complimentary. This woman turned round. All right then. So she nicked it in one, and there was one. I had one glass left on my tray, and she said, "Oh, if that's the last one, I might as well have that as well."
Oh,
I said,
no.
"No." I said, "You won't." I said, "We've got 100 more to give out." I said, "This might just be the last one on the tray."
Yeah.
Believe how greedy. And she
It's
didn't even say,
awful, isn't it?
and
Didn't want to pay for it, obviously, but
oh no, as soon as she heard the word complimentary.
yeah.
But people are very suspicious unless you
Yeah.
put that word in quickly. So no, we don't mention charity or anything. If anybody complains of poisoned or something, it was their choice. We were just glad that the restaurant wasn't open, because if they'd been open, it would have been a problem, because obviously they're probably about £2 to go in there.
Yeah.
So but no, it was absolutely lovely. All the kiddies down there with their new bikes and the dolls chairs and hundreds of dogs. No, it was really lovely. And Kathy and her partner, they walked down from Porchester Road, Bournemouth. They walked all the way there. They came down. Oh, and you've seen my Better Mummy post, haven't you, Dave?
Yeah, well, I follow that one.
Yeah. Well, she came down. That's my niece and her sister. So my two nieces come down with the boys. So that was nice. I haven't seen them for ages. Yeah, it was lovely. It's a really good, heartwarming thing to do.
Yeah.
And one lady, going from this, the nasty one to the nicest one, she came up and she was so grateful. She said, "Oh, thank you so much." She said, I'd love one. It was nice and warm, biscuits with it. And she said, "This was the first morning I've woken up and I've gone out." She said, "I've been so depressed all over Christmas." She lost her husband last week, and the funeral happened, obviously. And she said, "This was the first moment." She said, "My kids told me that, why don't I get out and get out in the fresh air?"
Yeah.
Dragged me down the beach. She said, "And you have absolutely made my day. If you restored
Yeah.
Things like that makes you,
Isn't it? Yeah.
yeah, really, really, you know, pleased that you've gone to the
Christmas
effort.
spirit,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was lovely. It's really nice.
All I've been doing here on this is I've put raw sienna, same as that, raw sienna and a darker shade of greeny colour over this side. I just wanted it to be more of a shadowy side.
Mm.
So I'm just using the fan brush and dabbing it in. And what you can, well, what I've been doing is I've gone over there and put a few bits on there and come back to here. And as it's drying back, add a few more into it. You know, just a few more extra darks. And seems to be working all right.
Mm.
Ish. But I've got some, mix up a little bit of shadow later. That's that bit done. It's quite fascinating really, because I'm using almost the identical palette, you know, sort of tones from last week, apart from the fact I put yellow on the brolly. But the actual overall mix isn't far off. I didn't really clean it to the 8th degree this week. It's quite interesting really, because I'm using a sort of composite picture photograph. It's black and white for the children and colour for the background. It's very strange. I'll try and think of these as shrubs though. Don't want to go too mad. Maybe I have already. Take a little bit off. No, I spoilt my bit of my red colour, didn't I? Mixed up. Well, spoiled it. I've gone over it, so luckily got some tissue in my hand. I'll mix up a bit more with my dirty water. Two of the most strongest colours known to artists. This rose madder, Algerian crimson, and the golden, was it autumn gold or something, that Terry Harrison's colour. Talk about being brave. Sort of most amazing colours. Yeah, I can see where I'm. Can I see where I'm going wrong? I wasn't going to say that. You can see the fiddly bit is the brolly. If you can get it, look at the pic. Oops, nearly fell off my palette. If you get the picture and sort of just look at the sections of the brolly and work them out, you know, where the different colours should be. And then when you've done it, you'll think, that ain't right. Oh dear. Yeah, that's a yellow. So that's the one that I said I mucked up earlier.
Frozen.
This paper. I know I've whinged about the other stuff, the arches and that, because of the way it works. But at the moment, I'm just saying, lay down some colour, block it in, see what happens. Oh, that was a steady hand.
Mhm.
I pressed myself there. Should always do that. Shouldn't do the dithering, the up and down. Should always be clean, one stroke. Brushes, one stroke with watercolor if you can.
Right. Sorry, can I just interrupt? I've got to go. Sorry, I need the phone. Happy New Year to you all.
Yeah, and Happy New Year to you, Anne.
Yes.
Gordon's all right.
Yeah.
I thought you were cooking a gammon steak.
I am. I'm trying to. I can't.
Multitasking.
I was sat here listening to you doing the sprouts.
Oh,
Anyway,
enjoy.
Happy New
Yeah.
Year, everybody.
Yeah, and to you. Take care.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
If I can get rid of it, I don't know how to stop it.
Well,
He says,
hopefully you'll survive all right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How do I stop it, Dave?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Turn your phone off.
You got to leave.
that's
Yeah, that'll do it. Restart the phone.
that's stupid. There's no buttons on it.
That's what I do.
Oh, hang on. No, that didn't go.
You're on Apple, aren't you? So that's like asking a.
Yeah.
There's the leave button. There's a red.
Is there? I can't find it.
If you tap into the screen or the top of the screen, you might find it.
Ah, leave. I got it. Thank you, Joyce.
Okay.
All right. Happy New Year.
Yeah,
Happy
and to you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
It's no good asking me, so I don't know nothing about apples,
No,
apart from
only
the ones
Gordon
you
knows.
peel and eat.
Oh, that's a lovely sunshade.
Mm.
No, it really is. The bit that I put extra bump in because I painted it yellow is now darker. Trying to. Yeah, how's about that then, Mrs.
Mm.
Mm.
You're certainly challenging us this week.
Mm.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I have to do it too. I'm my own idiot, my own worst enemy. Bit of blue, I'll just mix up a bit more shadow. Or
Just when I've got all these black canvases that I'm dying to have a go.
oh gosh,
Mm.
yeah. Sorry about that.
All right, it might turn out to be a snow scene, never mind.
Yeah.
Mm.
Bit of shadow down this side. I'm using this big brush a lot here, doing the whole thing with this.
It's got a nice point to it, hasn't it?
Mm.
It has got a point on it,
Mm.
but I think what I'm also going to do is use a really thin. I'll get away with this. I'll be laughing. I'll be really chuffed. A really thin line of it across the top there.
Ooh.
Yeah, I thought it was sort of get a gloopy bit at the end, didn't I?
Mm.
Clean it off. Take the water off. That's fine. Could be one of those happy noodles. I want it to be really faint, not white though. So really, that'll do. I'm going to tidy it up later with a smaller brush, if I've got one. Yeah. Is it too early for a rigger? I've coveted that rigger from last week. The what's the Rosemary and Co. Evergreen one. That was a good. I learned something there. Well, my plan was to use the rigger to tighten up any bits in the end. In the end, while it was damp, without sticking my hand in it if I can. And with the little bit of shadow colour that's on the rigger, sort of disguises any bits on the edge. It tightens up the lines, doesn't it? Or does it? I think so. That opportunity anyway. Definitely a watercolor today, I'll tell you that. Because it's really soaking wet. There is a major thing I've missed off this picture. And I haven't really, I'm avoiding addressing it at the moment. It's a pretty fundamental thing too. That's going to make or break the thing at the end. It's a bit naughty. Went too straight there. You get a few, we don't mind. I think that could be a tidy up with a dry pencil later. I've got to mix up. This colour here is annoying, isn't it? There's one. I wonder if I could just lift a bit of it off. Maybe not. Don't want to put any more water on it because it'll just leave it. It'll run. I've already got run backs over here, so that's fine. And there. Sometimes you can use a brush and just tease them. A bit like there, especially in the sky. But when you get it like that, best to leave it alone. Once you've got some, make sure you keep some of the colour in your palette so that when it dries later on, then you can go over the whole thing with a nice wash and you'll get rid of the watermarks. See what I mean? I'm putting them on. If you do it now, while it's damp, it makes it worse. Just leave it alone. And sort them out when they're dry. Same thing as you get in the sky. I'm a happy bunny, yes. Let's go for a bit of shadow. When's the New Year's Eve? Sunday? Oh, no, for Saturday.
Today.
Right.
Ray, Bournemouth are not having fireworks this year.
They're not. Are they not?
No,
Oh, that's cool.
I'm absolutely dreading it anyway. Obviously, I'm normally out in the caravan away from it a bit, but not this year. And just as well, we weren't all booked up to go because we all due to go tomorrow. So just as well.
Well, I think this girl's dress. I'm just going to make it damp with clean water and drops. Oh, actually, watch this. Just drop it. Clean water and drop some blue in it. Maybe a bit of the sky blue might be nice. Got any left? No. More. Give me more. A bit of shadowy colour on, I think. Just wanted a. Don't want it to be flattered. I just want it to be nice and fluffy. Summer fluff. Here we go. Don't know why I'm drawn to raw sienna on this little man's thing. I'm not going to stay that. I'm going to put some raw sienna and drop in some strong blue. I think I'll go up a bit. Yeah. Make him look a bit wonky. Yeah, we went to Mel's dad's Christmas Day. Mel's son, James said, Granddad's on his own. We'll ring him up. We'll go over and cook him dinner, and we'll cook our dinner over there, and that way he won't be on his own.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
Where does he live?
Well, so what I did, I took these over to there and sat on the lounge table and just sketched them out.
That's dedication for you.
Well, no, because if Mel and James are playing Jamie Oliver, there's not much. I can't just sit down and do nothing
No.
and watch the telly. You know, when there's stuff I want to get on with.
Speech.
There we go. Of course, the thing about figures is until you put the hairdo in, I'm just using burnt umber on that at the moment. A little bit of burnt umber. If you want to go mad or warm it up, put some raw sienna in. Just want the, I think I might be better off with a rigger here. Well, a longer pointy brush, really. That's what I mean. Try not to stick your hand in his trousers. Might not be dark enough for that. Just looking at this photograph. Because his hair comes down like that. And it goes around the sides. Goes right back. Oh, I'll add some dark into it later. But it comes right down there into a triangle that forms just past his ear, which is the little bit of flesh tone that I put it right at the start of the picture. Yep, that'll do. That's the background colour for it. A Maisie Lou over here. I reckon she's a ginger. Bit of raw sienna ginger. You thinking that sounds like Frodo. Sounds barking there. It sounds like my dog downstairs. It's really
I don't know what he's barking at.
surreal. Let yours dry a bit. It's got just a little pokey bit there of an ear. So I'm going to add some really dark colour in a minute. But first off, what I can remember, Rocky he's just neat flesh out of the tin, so to speak. So it's definitely got a neck on her. That's fine. That's going to dry back. Otherwise, she's going to have a skin tan. It's funny colour of the flesh, isn't it? Because it's more opaque than the other colours. Right, little man. Let's put a bit of burnt umber. My paints are very dry. Let's decide where an eye is. Using burnt umber. Yeah, why not? That'll do. One there. Just, you can have that one. That'll do. Find a little bit of shadow. Bit of fleshy tone. The red of me brolly will do that. Add a bit of burnt sienna. And need a smaller brush really. Just pop that in there. Into that. What a palaver. You're going to have nightmares painting this picture.
Thanks.
Well, why not? That's fine. Now I'm going to add a bit more dark to his hair. Burnt umber and blue. Normal thing, not black. It's where you become a makeup artist, cartoonist. Quite things, isn't it? Well, it's got to be done. So I'm going to do it. A bit more hair on that. You've got to make the hair a bit darker to make it stand out from the background of the brolly. Well, that's my take on it. Yeah, not too bad. I think his eyes are a bit dark, but you can sort that out. Lift it off. Find a bit of shadow. Put it in there. Cheese him out. Get the big brush. And put some shadow down here. It's the inside, isn't it? So it's going to have shadow in it. It dries. easier when your pictures, the first colours are a bit drier, but it'll tease it. Same there. I'm just looking at the black and white picture, and it's got, I'm thinking where that's got some sort of shadow in it, and I'm going to put it on mine. If you've got you're using St. Petersburg colours, or you can use brighter colours on the brolly than I have. That's just shows to go how my mind wanders, because last night I sprayed water on the St. Petersburg palette paint box, thinking I'll paint the whole picture tomorrow with using those just for a change. Alas, I didn't. I forgot. What the heck? Go for it, Dave. I am. Told you it's hard to make a summer picture in the winter.
Mm.
I still haven't corrected the major faux pas yet, so I'm still working on that. Working up to it, shall we say? Because I'm scared. No, I'm not. Thank you, Basil. So much for the early lunch. I was out of here. I think we'll be out of here by 11:45. Happy New Year. Should have known better. Well, I don't get too bogged down with the figures at this stage. I'll wait until it's really bone dry tomorrow. Then you can decide on it's the wrong expression on them or whatever, and you can do all that then. Because when it's dry, you've got more of a chance of just teasing little bits out with a regular clean water. Oh, that's a dry bit there. Well done. Burnt umber, blue, and a smidgen of the rose madder. So we can put a few extra shadows. Towards the hard bit, isn't it? Should get towards the. I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to resist it. Gonna mix up some dark now. Some big time dark. Burnt umber. Just don't want to run out of paint. Blue. Hint of green. That makes it even darker as a rule. Right, get a rigger, maybe. Straight edge. There's something to concentrate my eye on, you know? Probably better with a rigger. Give me a rigger. I just want a straight line there, now, don't I? That spoiling it because it's all wet. Wider at the bottom. And we've also got some dark lines at the top here. Trying to wangle out where they actually start and end is a nightmare. One there. That one goes right across. And difficult brolly, isn't it? You don't know where, you can't sort of tell where they all start and where they all end up. Anyway, I'll put a few in. That's cool. Bit more shadow. One out of shadow colour. Add a bit of blue to that parasol red that I got down here. Is that sort of a shadowy colour? Do I want it? Where else is it going to be? Oh, no. Clean water. Soften down. Swear arms. Same here. That'll do. And there's a shadow in there. Be finding bits of shadow for days. The hard bit, isn't it? Really dark. Just want some nice dark. It's the same with all these figurey type things. You've got to be so cautious. Sort of one flick of the brush and changes the whole outlook of the picture. Anyway, I'm happy with that. Ish. I'm going to put some more. Get a bit more stronger tone. Just there for his where his hand is. So now I've got some pencil lines on that need. That works well. Well, not bad for an hour. Or a bit.
I'm not looking forward to this one.
No.
The umbrella, especially.
No, I don't. Yeah, well,
But that's the name of the game. Challenge us.
Well, there's bound to be a nice easy one next week.
yeah, it is. It's a still life.
Oh. Well, that's
An apple. It's an apple.
Apple.
Well, I'm struggling with it, so
We got no chance then.
No,
so don't be
no.
embarrassed about struggling as well.
I've got to think what I'm going to do with all these black canvases.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll use them sometime in the next year.
Yeah. I think she was thinking of when I was doing the Art Deco ladies, the ones that I did.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
They're on long black canvases. And I
Yeah.
think she was thinking that I'd like to do some more. Well, perhaps I can now. Perhaps I will do some more
Yeah.
different ones, just for fun.
How's your arm, your wrist? Is that?
I'm driving. I've been driving.
Oh, right. Oh, that's good.
I have to keep the screen on when I'm driving. And when I take dog out for a walk and things, I keep it on. Not that I use that hand to hold the lead, but I just feel a bit more safer with it on.
Yeah.
It still feels very vulnerable.
Yeah.
But I've got my next physio on the 5th, so not long.
Right.
So hopefully it's going the right way. At least I can drive. So
yeah, you're mobile again.
Oh, it made such a difference because I was able to, pick Kathy and Rob up, and I was able to drive to the beach yesterday, and it's so many things, and just to go shopping.
Yeah.
Difference.
You don't realise how much you can't do.
No. The hardest thing was switching on the ignition. The car ignition.
Right, yeah.
Because I can't bend my hand back. I have to use 2 hands. So I sit down before I put my seatbelt on. I've got to put my hand through the gap in the steering wheel.
Oh, right, to get
As to turn on the ignition. After that, I'm fine.
Yeah.
The turn is okay because it's turning the hand the other way. But, it does look a bit odd. If anybody can see me with that woman, shouldn't be driving. But no, once I'm going, it's fine.
That's good.
Yeah, so no, it's going the right way, thank you. I might even try and paint right-handed. Give it a go.
Yeah.
I've got to get back to it. It's left-handed is blinking
Well,
hard.
I think you've done really well with your left hand.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Better than my right hand.
Yeah.
No. It's just the details, they're so difficult.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm thinking about this one, painting these kiddies. I think it's going to be very hard left-handed. I'll have a go anyway.
Mm.
Do the tree one on one of those black canvases. I could do
Yeah,
it.
that'd be
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
I'll have a think about it.
Mm.
Nice flowers on the back. Would be nice.
Yeah.
It's always the
Hmm.
the yin and yang of the painting though.
Yeah.
I was thinking last week I thought, you know, that's one of the nicest paintings you've done for a while. And then you get confident, then you get hit by something like this, and
Mm.
you think, oh my god, oh my,
Yeah.
what?
Thanks for that, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
just to,
obviously thought the tree one was too easy
Yeah.
for us. Yeah.
I don't want to build you up too much. Well, no, but if you want to be a complete artist, you can't be afraid of anything really. You've got to have a go, haven't you? And sort of say, right, let's have a. I don't know why I'm putting the shadow on that side. It should be on the other side. No, well, it's gone there. Done. I'm not lifting it off. It can stay there. Talk about making it hard for myself. That would be. And a little bit of like shadowy colour here and there. But at some point, you've got to sort of say, you're not following anything, you're just doing your own thing. So the final lines are down to you. I lifted quite a lot. Yeah, all right. The brolly colours are a bit strong, really. That's the nature of the Cherry Harrison gold, really. But I think it is lift-oftable, but it's not a red. So my tip to you would be, you know, go for that cadmium red, and cadmium yellow, you know, the bright colours, rather than the mundane ones. Rose madder doesn't really work. It's too strong. It's once it's on the paper, it stains so much that you can't lift it off or change it. It's a problem with reds. Just mixing up a bit of olive green, using burnt umber and viridian and hooker's green. Just to add, this is all dried off a bit now, so I can just pretend I'm a botanist and add some little foliagey bits. That was the bit up that bit up there can do a lot to the picture, because it sort of gives it a bit of extra distance, maybe. Yeah. Maybe try and frame the brolly a bit more, especially over this side. I can just put some of that real dark there. It just make it come forward a bit more of that colour, I think. Burnt umber, hooker's green, viridian green mix. Gives us that really dark olivey green colour. And just push it there. In around where that brolly is, it should push it forward, push and bring them forward a bit. And push that back. Maybe use a ordinary brush as well on its edge. Just down that edge there. Push it back. No, don't be shy. Push it back. And umber. Horrible green. Makes beautiful. On your side, on your edge. Mudeford Piers, you've never seen it before. It's almost worked. I wouldn't say it's my finest hour. Stiff brush, dry brush work here. It's a not finished paper, so that's got a few knobbly bits on it. As in the finish on the surface. Now I've got some dry brush. Might as well just keep going. Try and frame it a bit. Don't know what that was. Someone stop me thinking now. A bit there. Right. Almost works. Got a few what's it call them? Those where I've flicked it. They're in the sky now. Only way to do it, clean water on a tissue and just dab it and dab it off quick. And form another cloud if you like. And if you don't come off, then you get a seagull. There you go. That's better. Clean as a whistle. Yeah, right. I'm tempted to leave that alone then. And hope that the artist, the ghost of Christmas past comes down and has a go at it. No, it's not that bad. What you can do, of course, just to reiterate it again, is we've got loads of these watercolor pencils, especially on the only from Sharon, especially on the brolly bit, the handle. You can always straighten it up. He jokes because of the you can always have a play with the what's it, watercolor pencil. Add some lines. This one, it's not made a point. It's got like a round end on it. So I decided that it's better to sharpen them with a pencil. But they do give you that extra doodah tomorrow. It's better to do it when it's bone dry, to add a few bits of interest. A little bit of shade. This is black. No, don't know what colour it is. Be surprised if it's black. I think I had black. Doesn't say what colour it is. I think you're supposed to look at the end and say, well, it's that colour. And off you go. And my of course my secret weapon is the flesh coloured pencil. Because you can go wherever you like, more or less, with it and smooth down. You can change the whole feel of a picture just on those top bits there. It's now warmed it up. And even on the huts, which I've ignored up to now, you can make them warmer. Put a line there. They don't taste very nice, so. But you can put it anywhere on the picture. And it adds a little bit of, even on bits that are like there, which are rubbish. Dry run backs. There's a run back there. You can use it on them. My paper's wet. I can see it going up and down here. So where it's like these, I'm going to scrub straight through it. And obviously, being a pinky colour, you can tighten up bits on people as well. Give it a go. I can't remember what this one is called. Made in Germany. No, that's not the beige red. 132. I've got a couple of them. All different. They are the same, but they're slightly different colours. This one's beige red. The one over here. Oh, there it is. Maybe it's the same actually. Hang on. Yeah, I bought two. I said I had a couple. They are both exactly the same. Beige red. But you can use it just to. Yeah, I'm just going anywhere with it. But usually where I want it to be slightly warmer. A bit there where her feet is. A bit there on mist. The beauty of it is you can make it damp with your finger and just smooth it down. Make it wet. And paint with it. Works really well. Give it a go. It's a clever way of tightening up pictures when they need something. They need a little bit of sparkle or a bit of glow here and there. Weird. Very weird. I can't. It's just something that I've started to do. Even on top of the black, it works. When this is dry, you can do that. Look, it gives you a highlight on the black, and it's better. The white doesn't do it. Doesn't, well, not for me. It doesn't. If you use white, it, I don't know, just sort of sits there and doesn't do anything. Look, I've put a bit of the beige on it. It suddenly, I don't know, it's subtle. It's subtler. White doesn't do anything on the black. On face, maybe. It's very selective. I'm gonna have a little go at the boy perhaps tomorrow. The big decisions are the clothes and that. I mean, how long's a piece of string? You can change the whole picture by changing the colour of their dress and that. I'm just thinking they're brother and sister, so they got similar clothes on. But I wouldn't recommend painting them in indigo. Bit of white might work. You That might show it up. Chrissy's the one for that, because you can use solid white on it.
Well, we'll see.
Terry was the kingpin, because sometimes his pictures would have, you know, you could use really strong white. The reason it worked so well is because it was oil paint. I used to use oil paint. I thought genius in a way. It wasn't standard. It was the water soluble. he ran out of gouache. So he thought, oh, what can I do? And he bought it by mistake. Because it's like watercolor. He just saw the word watercolor without realizing it was watercolor oils. But you can use the white if you want to soften stuff up. But it's strange, because being watercolor, you put it on and you think, oh, that's good. And then as it dries almost transparent. So the effect that you started with is nothing like what you end up with. I can put it all over that, fairly confident that it will fade back quite considerably.
Can't decide whether to change the kids' clothes or to change the weather.
Yeah, I mean, they're
You
not
could do a
as,
nighttime one, Chris.
Yeah.
Black.
And what are those children doing out at night?
Yeah.
Yeah. You could put some candles in their hands.
Give 'em a torch.
Oh, God.
I will use these black canvases. Yeah. No, it looks like it's going to be fun to do this one, I'm sure. Well, on that note, I'm afraid I've got to go.
Yes, I must as well.
Very
Me
hungry.
too.
I haven't had any breakfast and it's 12:30.
Oh.
I'm getting peckish.
Oh,
Well, thanks, Dave. That was good.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm not sure that I should be thanking you really for that challenge. But
yeah, I know. It's not so good, is it?
no. Anyway,
Mm.
hope to see you next week. Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, Happy New Year to you. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it?
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, another
Okay.
year over, all that
I
jazz.
know.
Yeah. So, is anybody going out for New Year, or are you like me, you're staying inside?
Stay in.
Stay indoors.
I think unless you're sort of, you know, between 18 and 20, you probably don't go out.
Yeah,
anymore.
no.
I always
Anyway,
find it's a bit of a letdown, New Year. We sort of
Yeah, yeah.
I always
Everybody
end up
gets
feeling
hyped up.
sad.
Yeah,
I don't know, it's a
yeah.
weird,
Well,
weird
fine,
one.
put the television on and watch the fireworks, the London
Oh,
fireworks,
yeah,
because of the
yeah.
dogs.
Yeah.
But hopefully,
Mm,
Yeah.
I'll cope. It'll be the first time
Yeah.
that I've only had one and I've been at
that's
home.
true. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, never
We'll
Let's
see
mind.
how
hope
it
he's
goes.
all right. Yeah.
I hope so.
Mm.
Anyway, Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and to you. Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Bye.
bye.
Thanks so
Yeah.
much, Dave.
Yeah, thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, thanks. Toodaloo. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
shaking hands, saying, how do you do? Well, they're really saying, oh, I love I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn so much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful, wonderful world. Oh yeah. One for the road. Go and get cuppa. Pause.